It's that time again. That's right. We'd like some feedback from you, the viewers. Couple things I'd like to find out about. Number one, questions for the guys and girls at the Gamers Table. Send them in to thegamerstable@hotmail.com, and we will compile a list of the top 10, 15 or so, and we will answer them on our end of the year, last of the season episode. So that'll come sometime in December. So you got lots of time to send in your question. Questions about anything. We don't care what it is. Send in your questions. The top 10 will make it. You could start a campaign with your friends to get a really stupid question in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? Now, other things we have going on. Coming up, we have our anniversary show that's coming up in October, I believe. Early October. I'll have to check the date. It'll be right here. Bing! And for that one, we want, hey, you remember this from last time? We want your favorite moments. So you have until September 30th. I'll make the date for sure. I think it's September 30th to get in your favorite moment from the Gamers Table. That's all 4 seasons of the Gamers Table, including the Gamers Table Independent Edition, which is wrapping up its 2nd season in December of this year. And we will compile the top 10 of those and show you the top 10 favorite moments as voted by you, and we'll show our favorite moments from the last few years of the shows. And we will draw a couple lucky names, and they will win prize packs from the Gamers Table. That's right. Games and other paraphernalia, buttons, magnets, that sort of thing, sign stuff. It'd be all cool. So you want to do that. So get ready and send in your favorite moment. It means you're going to have to go back probably and watch some of the shows. It's kind of nice if you go back on YouTube to the user FBN Dude. That's the channel for the Gamers Table. Don't ask me to explain why that's the title of it. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Independent Season 1, all of them are playlists, so you can just click it and you watch all the way through. And what we want you to do is say the show that your favorite moment is in, and roughly the time where that moment appears at. So we look forward to seeing your entries and showing you some interesting stuff. Now there's one more thing coming up. You're not really going to have a lot of interaction in this, but you know it's coming. We do it every year. Our Halloween episode is coming up. What game would you guys like us to do for the Halloween episode? It should be something sort of with a Halloween or a scary kind of theme, instead of a monster type game. You've seen some of the ones we've done in the past. You've seen the kind of shows we've done in the past. So let us know what we can do. Hello and welcome to the Gamers Table.
1, 2, 3.
It is Monday and we're reviewing
Guildhall. I like this one just fine.
Collect complete color sets of professions, all 5 colors of trader, for instance, which you use to buy victory points, VP. The first player to gain 20 VP on his or her turn wins!
Yay! I like all the choices in the game.
You start out by dealing each player 9 cards. Of which they may then choose to mulligan any number they want and draw a new stack out of the draw deck. But then they must play 3 cards down as their opening guild dudes. And once that is all set up, everybody around the table has done that, then it goes around the table and you perform the actions.
There are a bunch of different professions. There are the weavers that allow you to get more cards into your guild hall from your hand. The farmers, which just give you straight up victory points depending on how many you have on the table already. The historians allow you to go through the discard pile. The traders allow you to trade with the other players around the table.
Not willingly, though.
No, well, yeah, it's sort of like, here's a trade, too bad if you don't like it.
I take 2 people out of my guilds and I replace them with 2 people out of your guilds, and you get the 2 I took out.
Yeah, there are certain rules that you can't have the same color and of profession as somebody else. Like
When you do
can't-
a trade,
yeah, you can't. Have,
Yeah, if you got a yellow trader down on the table, you can't take someone else's yellow trader and put it there. It's illegal.
and you got another douchebag
Illegal,
job,
yes.
the assassin, which just kills off another person in somebody else's Guildhall.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have the dancers, which gives you another action depending on how many dancers you have on the table already.
And more cards.
Will give you more cards.
Right.
Yeah, so the ways to get victory points are 1 through the farmers, who every time you play a farmer into your Guildhall but have not completed the full set, you will get a certain number of victory point tokens. Or the other way is to collect a full set of any one, and as soon as you put the 5th one down, immediately flips over to a completed chapter. And you may use chapters. You may use chapter 19 and 19 what to buy
Max? I don't
to
know.
buy victory point cards that have special powers on them.
Or
And-
some don't.
Yes,
This
And
one
they
this
rep-
one costs just 2 straight chapters worth 9 victory points.
and as you can see, when it's only a 20 victory point game, 3 of those and you're done.
Yes, but now this one here is worth 4 victory points. It's got an extra action for when you purchase it.
There's definitely importance in the order in which you play your cards. Because when you play a card, it doesn't go into your Guildhall right away. It goes into your Guildhall at the end of the turn. So if you want to complete a chapter right away, you're better off playing a Weaver per se, and then putting the Assassin directly into your Guildhall and then completing your chapter. Because once your chapter is complete, people can't steal from it anymore. It's a fairly fast-moving game. Everybody gets 2 actions, and there are 2 actions. They can mulligan cards. For an action, they can play 1 profession card, or they can buy a victory point card. So it's not like it just free actions to buy up the victory cards. So, you might not have the actions to put your completed chapters in, and you can only hold 3 completed chapters.
So somebody can, by trading with you, force you to have to dump a set of cards and lose some victory
Yeah,
point
if you got 3
options.
chapters stored up already.
Yep, that's it.
So here's my big issue with this game, and it does not appear right away. The rule book is very clear. How to play is very simple. The thing is, as you learn more about the game, you realize one of the things you want to do is hold on to completed chapters until the better victory point cards come out. So sometimes you're holding on to 2 or 3 chapters in front of you, and so is everyone else around the table, waiting for those, hoping for the victory point cards to come up on their turn. And a completed chapter is one of every color of something. So let's say Ken has a completed set of assassins. Chris has a completed set of assassins. I have on the table 4 assassins. I don't have the green one. Chris has a green one, but I don't have the traders to get it from him.
Well, we
Because
both
of
have
all the
green,
cards
yeah.
we have out in front of us, the draw deck is very small now. I'm cycling through the same set of cards, never going to get that green assassin until one of them trade in their cards.
There's probably only 3 green assassins there.
Yeah.
So you'd have to find a way to
Try and
pull one of your assassins up, kill my assassin,
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, like with the Weavers or something, somehow to do that. But it can stall out your game. And it's like, sorry, here's my turn, mulligan for the... Oh, look, I've seen these cards last turn because there's only that many cards in the draw pile. Somebody trade something in. And at that point, the game can become a little frustrating. Just because everybody's more experienced and know how to play the game.
It's very solid game, and I like games that give you a lot of meaningful choices. It's not where the game plays itself, where you just roll the dice and see what happened to you. You have a huge amount of control in this game. At the same time, in this sort of game, if you're being too much of a douchebagger, there's a lot of opportunity for people to hose you big time.
Wrapping up for Guildhall. The theme, running chapters of guilds in medieval type times. Set collection.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
set collection.
The theme is farmer dude has 2 pigs. That never comes up in the game. Easy to play. Yeah, pretty much. Like I said, this rulebook is really clear, concise, and to the point, and it takes you through it. And it's got, again, as is a lot of these Eurogamish, it's got a lot of different languages in there. The German and English. Oh, wow, there's only 2 languages in there. Never mind. Not a lot.
Lots of them.
Zwei lange. Fun to play. Again, for me, as we got better at it, it got less and less fun to play just because the game drew out more. But that's just my opinion. I give Guildhall a 6.5.
I like this one quite a bit. No, it can get a little bit longer once people start knowing how to play. A little more thinking comes into it, a little more analysis paralysis maybe. You're making decisions, trying to figure out the combinations between the power or the all the different powers and professions and everything, how they you make them chain or whatever. But I enjoy it. I like that it's limited. There are no expansions of this, but I don't think it needs an expansion. I like it fine just the way it is. Chris might disagree. I don't know. He usually does when it comes to expansions. But I love the artwork on this. Everything's really nicely well done. Like Craig said, the rule book is very good. And, yeah, not quite as many languages in there as you thought, but...
Yeah, it's not a Days of Wonder with 8 languages in it.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm going to give Guildhall an 8.5.
Yeah, there's, like Craig said, there's really no theme in this game. It's a good set collection game. There's a good amount of player interaction. There's lots of choices to be made here. Like how you play the game, it's not a game that plays itself. There are some definite choices you have to make and there's a lot of control over your destiny for a card game, which is fun. I like the victory cards having powers as well as points. Like
that's cool.
The ones that give you better powers are worth a little less points, but it works out that way. I give Guildhall an 8.5.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table before they ramble on for another 15 minutes about expansions. Tune in next week-ish for another episode of the Gamers Table.
Actually, speaking of which, our expansion of the Gamers Table, the Independent Edition, you guys watching it? Is it better? Does it make the show better? Leave a comment.
You can follow us on Twitter, or follow us on Facebook, or connect with us by sending an email to the Gamerstable at hotmail.com.
Or we could talk even longer until the battery runs down.
And if you haven't seen us on YouTube yet,
flashing over there.
Shut it! And if you happen to be watching this but you're not on YouTube, go over to YouTube to the FBN Dude channel and subscribe.
Yeah,
Thanks, Hank.
This one here, you can take a card out of someone's guild and put it into your own.
Wow. On the script for you guys, that looks like Ken's not holding those very close, but to me right here, it looks like he's going like this.
Yeah. But you are limited to playing.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Flashing light.
Flashing doesn't mean when there's no bars left. That's when it worries. We derailed Ken for once.
Yeah, good job. All right.
Yeah.
What do you notice that? What? Oh, the battery icon. Okay, yeah.
Well, I bet you guys are saying, man, where have you guys been? It's like you were just as bad as the first show.
No, we're probably worse.
So when you do play favorites, that was loud. Right in my ear. Oh, stop it. Get out of the room.